They offer me the torch. Oh, shit. How do I use this?
Hoot.
Okay. I nervously grasp the torch. The owl's physique flickers the moment the torch leaves their hands. They transform from a feminine figure to a similar-looking masculine one. They immediately reach behind their back and grab on tight to another torch. The original form returns. What?
Huh.
What was that? The owl fixes their eyes on my torch.
Hoot. Are
They
you
have-
a thought form?
Yeah. They have multiple torches, and it maintains their gender representation? Like they're incorporeal? Hoot?
Hoot. Paint.
I have an idea what they mean. I hold the torch tight and think of... My lord. Always. I think of my lord. I am beneath him. Ideally. And an emotion to go with it, right? The subject would need a verb, or an adjective in this case. Virile. I think of his merciful smile, his charismatic silhouette when he chants with the crowd, his unwillingness to treat me like the filth that I am, the sadness in his voice when he speaks of the end. I bundle these emotions and imagine them flowing through my hands. Admiration, guilt, dependence, love, fear, pain, pity.
Hoot.
They clap and burst into a laughing fit while their torch glows. Happy, happy, excited. They speak with emojis. They rush the crumbling jail door and pull me into a light hug through the metal bars. They playfully hoot a light tune and nibble on my ears. Oh, getting physical, are we? Your language is expressive. They double pat me on the head as we separate. Thanks. Chanting sounds come from outside. Well, I'll have to take my leave. Oh, before I go, I fiddle with the torch. This should be easy, right? Then... finally... Shit. What's the picture equivalent of a month? An orbit of the moon? 30 setting suns? I fiddle with the torch. The whirring seems to stutter. It hoots reluctantly. Uh-huh.
That's one of the itch.io thumbnails that I had no idea what it was supposed to represent, but now I get it. Oh, good comedic timing.
That's a face. Oops. I set the torch down. Guess I'll have to figure this out later. See you in a bit, owl. It's gonna paint... It's gonna paint the word month.
They did sketch.
Owl. I set down the second bucket for them.
A hoot.
Good morning, owl. I think I figured out how to say month to you. I pick up the torch. No. I don't think that's how you say it. God, having to count them all. Is there 6 every time? There is. 6 times 5 is 30, I guess, yeah.
Ooh.
That's right, and you know what? Just between you and me, I think you're beautiful either way, girl or guy. Angry. Her feminine features flicker a few times in emphasis. Shit. My stomach sinks. I'm a fucking idiot. I should know this better than anyone. Come back. Please come back. Wake the fuck up. Pleasure is the sewage. Wash away your dignity. Begging for your name. Name. I never did catch your name. The owl stares at me. She's clearly still upset. Her torch glows. So we're committing to her now.
It was indistinct before, but now she has professed a preference.
Yeah, I guess that was supposed to confirm it. Well, nice to meet you. And my name is... Hey, I look good in your voice. Thanks for the name. Oh, it says no glyph. I make sure she looks extra feminine in that hoot. Her smile seems to return. Sorry about earlier. But seriously though, you need to know your deadline. My lord was explicit. 1 month. 30 days. I think for a moment. Do symbols work? She tilts her head in confusion. He's still confused. Really? What? Still confused. Wow. Do you know what is a symbol?
Symbol?
Confused. Do you understand any abstract representation? She stays silent. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. How should I depict a month without symbols? I could brute force it. Okay, here we go. He nods along. Finally. 1 sun rises, 2, 3, 6. Her eyes light up.
What hold?
Sunrise and sunset flashed by. The imagery was clear and precise, and over in less than a second. I cut 5 distinct pulses of 6 rise and falls. 30 days. The owl jumps around in a circle of joy. So everything with you is literal, huh? What a strange way to think. I hear the wolf argue with my lord down the hall.
Soon? When is soon? We must have forces. The almanac clearly states. Soon. I can't tell you when, but you've seen the cocoon. It pulses with life. It's about to emerge. My dreams have become more explicit. I am sent a new prophecy each night. Will we not need forces to meet whatever emerges?
The wolf has gotten worse. His fur is patchy. His eyes have an iridescent tint. He twitches and shivers as he talks.
I have seen no prophecy to indicate that. In fact, the imagery has been rather peaceful.
Ugh.
Warriors, my lord! We have lost them all to the sand. And the cocoon emerged from the sand.
There is a strange relish in the way the wolf says warriors. Strands of drool fall from his muzzle, fading into the stone.
None of my prophecies. All this nonsense about prophecy. You've lost your reason. For millennia, we monks have been led by the stars. Under whose authority do you lead? Continue speaking at your peril.
I was about to say that this guy's argumentativeness really contrasts with Cum's passiveness and be like, strike me, Lord.
He's the only one with a name I recognize. I wonder if, like, his station affords him a name and they're not afforded names.
Maybe.
Interesting. Or maybe they like give up their names as part of the monkhood.
Maybe. Yeah, because we don't even think of people as having names.
Which of your prophecies has come true? With what mathematics do you support them? I will warn you only once. Giuseppe.
Ooh. The wolf's head snaps back from the strength of my lord's strike. He sprawls to the cobbles. His loose cloak falls from his shoulders. Long streaks of burnt skin cover his torso and arms. One of his fingers is missing, chewed to the bone. My lord stares down at him coldly.
Vermin indulge, men endure. You will leave this castle by sunset.
I thought he died.
I thought he died too. His neck snapped back.
Yeah. The wolf yanks his robe back around himself.
Your prophecies are nothing compared to the mathematics of the almanac. And you!
He points the end of his chewed-off finger at me. Sand grains glint from the scabbed purple flesh.
Not every monk is a traitor like you. I am not the only one who remembers. There are only like 5 of you left, so... The mover of the wheeling stars himself has foretold that the day will come. That day of steel, of sweat.
My lord lifts him by the scruff of his neck.
I will guide you to the gate myself.
Folks stop sipping their water to look up at the 3 of us. My lord drags the wolf to the gate and throws him out.
Hee-hee!
I feel the entire castle shake as he slams the gate shut. The crowd stares at my lord in horror. The hyena that leads the morning chants clenches his fists. This is bad. I need to do something. I feel the torch in my hand and get an idea. Listen, I had a vision. The fire beetle demands patience. Stay within the walls and don't succumb to cheap pleasures, and you shall be bathed in the haunting light of the divine coming. Shit. How should I paint haunting? Ghostly? Scary? Ethereal? Transparent? Whatever. I think of my drawing. Ooh. I feel the sand inside my body heat up. The crowd gasps in horror and drops to their knees.
My God.
It's haunting.
It's haunted!
Don't hurt me.
It's coming up!
Comes too.
It's come down!
It's coming.
It's coming.
They prostrate themselves to the light. Some offer their heartfelt salute. A few young ones in the crowd stand there, expressionless. They're not kneeling. Instead, they trade a few glances with the hyena. My lord notices and cups a hand over my head to pull me close. Oh. His warmth. I did good. He loves me. Please pet me. I feel the humidity of his snout as he whispers.
Get that damn painting done.
Oh, my lord. My insides burn. I can't. I strip naked.
Come!
Yeah? I get on all fours to kiss his feet. Please,
Hell
spite
yeah.
me. I am a mite. I'm a mite.
Come, what the hell?
He keeps his voice down, trying not to attract the attention of the crowd in worship. Mite. It just shows a little mite. I've been nothing but a selfish insect. I know you know what I do, so please ravage me. I hand my torch to him like it's a blunt weapon.
Stop, you idiot. I don't care.
He swipes my arm away.
I mean, I care about you. How much so I can't put into words. I just don't do this.
He cares so much they can't put it into words? There's more to read into that than the previous moment he had.
Mm-hmm.
Please, it'll be conditioning. For my condition, I'll think of sand as you strike. It shall taint the pleasure. Smite the might. Cure me. This game is really horny.
Hell yeah.
In a way that's not immediately apparent. I force the torch onto my lord, but he tucks it away in his robe.
Stop. Just stop.
I pull on his legs and kiss them passionately. After a while, I feel my eyes grow heavy with the sound of the crowd in worship. I rest my head on his saliva-soaked toes and purr.
All right.
He sighs and squats down to blanket me with his wings.
Oh.
Aww. A hand caresses my face. Sand burns my insides. Everyone loves me. Uh-huh.
That bastard. Hypocrite. Usurper. Fine then. If you won't train warriors, I'll find my own. Metal, rust, pine, boring.
Just looking for swords or making cross? Yeah, it looks like they're already yeah. Huh. Look at this zany little man.
I love this.
He traces his nose from one end of the sword to another.
Rust, copper, seen it, smelled it. Iron, wax, wool. Yuck, it's washed.
He jerks back in disgust and spits in its general direction. No water comes out. There's an inch on his sweat-soaked back. An itch on his sweat-soaked back.
Eek!
His bony fingers fall just short of the nuisance. He tries his nails. Just short. In an ungraceful swoop, the wolf shakily pulls the sword out of the sand and holds it like a back scratcher. The unexpected weight almost knocks the wind out of him. He wiggles the rusted tip on the itch. That's ill-advised. Itch, rust, infection, death. His mind flashes a brief warning, and the sword plops down into the sand, the sharp end jutting out like a nail. He scans the horizon sheepishly like a thief surveying a house. Relieved to see no one, he tugs on his cloth to rub out the remaining itch. A little sniffing noise.
Think. Oh, that's good. Adhesive, lubricant, fur.
His shriveled nose traces over the weapon like a connoisseur savoring a fine cup of wine. A scent catches his nose.
Dignity.
It's dried sweat. He stares at the weapon like it's lost treasure.
Your owner must have been a fine warrior. Perhaps a brutish bear from the tribe beyond the divine cocoon. A berserker with bulging muscles. Oh, what strength you must have to carry this. Colossal hunk of metal.
He grins and pinches himself.
Wait. No! You're a slender, regal fox from the southern castles. A bleeding heart duelist with a chiseled body. You hold your steel with a dancer's touch, and your pinky raised. You stood your ground as you willingly sacrificed yourself for your brother, who's also as handsome and stocky and unrelated by blood.
The wolf twists in pleasure. He grinds his nose hard against the handle and lets it scrape and rub, lubricated by a trail of snot. His thighs quiver as he drops down to his knees, toes clenched and eyes rolling, losing himself. The weapon did not belong to a slender regal fox. It belonged to a rooster, 45, whose sweat in its final moments was fossilized by fire. The wolf gropes the sword passionately. It leaves cuts on his skinny arms, but they don't bleed. He licks the handle in delirium. Salt and bitterness assails him. He stumbles back, with a paw on his face. He giggles. His mind races with secret joy, disgust. He regrets the nature of his indulgence. Arguably, it's no less profane than whoring. Never once had he heard anyone comment on his kink, but his head races with side glances and gossip. A sand monk should be disciplined, like in the stories. Objectively speaking, the wolf thinks, since he's a surviving monk, any kink that helps him through the dunes should be hailed. A technique of a hero to be studied and replicated to shun out the more sinister and addictive pleasure of the dunes. Though his never stops the wolf from looking over his shoulder whenever he sniffs.
Iron cedar, gold fancy, steel, scale, leather.
A stench wafts over him.
Courage.
It's ammonia. Urine and some other vile bodily liquids had soaked deep into the hilt of the sword and corroded it from the inside out. The leather festered into a moldy, foaming tumor. It's now soft to the touch. It reeks of rotten cactus and dignity and corpses and ass and courage. Dignity and ass. This is it. It's finally time, the wolf thinks. I have found the resting place of the warriors. I'll have one final act of debauchery that's so nasty that I'll cure myself of my addiction.
Yeah.
I'll sniff sword until my nose gives out and my mouth dries and my throat catches fire, and after this, if I even think of sniffing steel, I'll puke. I'll rid my kink by excess. I don't know if that works. What a majestic lion from the far east.
What a majestic lion from the Far East. A battle-hardened veteran who travels and sleeps with his trusty scimitar.
It belonged to a badger, 22, slain during business. The stench of fermented leather is disgusting, but not enough to overwhelm the pleasure. He crudely gathers nearby weapons and any scrap that might have extensively graced a sweaty hand. One more last time.
You're a divine wolf, an apotheosized monk who inspires the suffering masses with your temperance and mystical abs.
He feels woozy. Good. Remember this discomfort. Join it to the pleasure. I don't think you can get a kink hangover. But something is wrong. It started as a prick inside his nostrils, as if a pepper seed had gotten stuck there. Then it starts to expand. The entire left side of his muzzle burns, then numbs, then burns again. Loving coolness swells around his eyes. They twitch. He feels like shutting them, but there's a really interesting scab on his paws. He smells it, and it smelled like how he always imagined himself smelling. Incense, the mark of a monk with a sacred duty who had abandoned his desires. He grins with pride. The scab looks like a starving crowd in worship, he thinks. He should aid them with water. He tries to summon some saliva, but his mouth is dry and tastes wonderfully of chrome and papyrus. He knows this taste. Sand had gotten inside him, somehow, from all the sniffing. Shit. Shit, 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 shit. He reflexively claws at the inside of his nostrils. When he couldn't reach, he rips at his muzzle, stacking fresh scars over the old ones. Get out! Get out! Get it out! God, it's so good! More! He sneezes. A ball of bloody snot shoots out of his nose and lands on the ground. It's strangely iridescent and viscous, like a puddle of oil. The soothing sensation fades. Emptiness. His muzzle tickles from his self-inflicted wounds. He stares at the swirling colors of his oily snot.
Fuck.
Discord does not like this voice sometimes.
Fuck.
Can we actually see the snot? We can. It's right on the left.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. This is the snot. This is the sort of coming down they'd gotten used to, but something had really shaken him this time. Years of half-assed conditioning while indulging. Pinching himself, biting down on his tongue, holding his breath, had been undone. And his mind, which he'd always envisioned to be an untrained beast, had just been awarded with a steak for sniffing piss. The juiciest, most irresistible steak. His ball of oily snot ignites. It's a small but blinding fire, and the wolf stares at it, hypnotized. He wonders how he'd react if he hadn't gotten the sand out in time. He imagines himself screaming as the heat ravages his innards, like it did so many times before. They all had the widest grin while they burned. Jesus. The sand is more extreme than I thought it was. It's like,
is this what Dune is like? I should watch Dune.
We need to watch Dune, apparently.
Yeah.
Neither of us watched Dune. It's like the sand is like the horny version of the yellow insanity from Elden Ring.
Uh-huh.
The exploding
the
insanity fire.
The frenzied flame.
Which is amusing because I joked about like it'd be hard to draw, but I was like, what if the Guardian, who is like an 8-foot bird, but with the goat boss, which is like a 20-foot tall goat, and then just erupting in frenzy in lewd. I'm like, I can't paint the good enough to make this work. I don't think.
That one spell that's just shooting a fountain of frenzied flame out of you, but it's coming out of the... Oh!
They had all the widest grin while they burned. To the wolf's surprise, a few steps away from the fire, something else glows. It pulses with the same hue and rhythm as his snot fire, but smaller, gentler. It's a machine that he had never seen before, the ornate ends of the tube reminding him of something he'd only seen in the history books, though the innards are too intricate to be made by any craftsman of this generation. A relic. The wolf thinks of storing it, as part of his duty demands, but the shape of it reminds him of a sword handle.
Sniff, sniff.
Dignity. Plenty of it. He clenches the glass tight and inhales.
A slender, regal fox!
Oh. Hello, Renardo. Or Renard the fox. Shit. I always want to add the O. The fox breathes a sigh of relief. He feels no phantom, nose-numbing pleasure from this fantasy. It seems his theory that his mind is an untrained beast is incorrect, or at least there's more to it. But why does he feel taller all of a sudden? He looks down at his paws. It's a TF torch.
Damn. Holy. Oh.
It's a TF torch.
My God.
Oh, this is gonna backfire. Wait, this is gonna be a problem. Oh no.
Fucking rules, dude.
He's about to come back as God. Isn't he? This is gonna be a problem for the castle. okay, I can see where this is going now. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, he's he's the May Wolf. Insane. Oh, he has way more of a role than I thought. I thought he was going to get discarded a bit. Okay. Everyone hates me. The crowd salutes as I walk by with 3 buckets.
A single grain.
The chanting hyena monk doesn't acknowledge me as I pass him. For a moment, it feels like he's glaring at me. Whatever. Breathe. I proceed normally to the gate. A couple of young canines are near the exit. They salute. We've talked before. They want to be monks one day. After a deep breath, I decide that doesn't bother me. I think I smile at them. Abstinence, flatulence, schmerity. Uh-huh.
Some people forget about schmerity. That's very important.
Yeah, schmerity and mavity. They stare as I leave. I cover my face with my hand. Fuck. I shouldn't even be a bug. Bugs have organized societies and social norms. I should be a microbe, cilia and rot. Oxygen intake. I fill 2 buckets with water. Near the pond, I see a couple of ripe cacti, waist high. Don't do it. They need to eat. I yank a whole cacti up, from the ground up, and after a deep breath, I run my hand over it. It's like, it'd be a cactus, right?
Yeah.
Spikes fall to the ground, and I store the peeled plant in the final bucket. There's blood everywhere. I feel fine, and this doesn't bother me. With meditation, a monk can overcome any discomfort, even pain. Yeah, but you could probably just not stab yourselves. You know, just avoid that step. Oxygen intake. Ha 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 ha! Ooh, pretty. It's gotta be really weird to be in a slanted castle.
Yeah.
I wipe the blood on my cloak. An elder shields the eyes of a child. The young canines from before are staring at me again. Sorry, had to clean up the corpse at the gate. There's no need to worry about me. I smile politely. Everyone in the pavilion recoils. I'll get enough water for all of you to wash up. Enjoy yourselves. Breathe. How fast does the day-night cycle change? Or how long does this trip take? Most are still asleep. I set the filled buckets down and grab some new ones. Stay awake. I think about going to my lord, but there's no way I'm going to let him see me like this. I can't face him when I've done nothing. The painting. I need the owl to finish the painting.
Old? Oh!
She rushes past the fallen jail bars to examine my injuries.
They're not here this time. They fell down.
Confused, curious, sad, sad, sad. I let her emotions mix with mine. I'm not pathetic, right? This is her sadness. I lean against a wall and sob. Owl, I'm a sand addict. Addict. A-D-D-I-C-T. Heard of it? And we know now that's confusion. It's the worst type of person there is. I'm microbial. I'm bacteria. The owl shakes her head. Comfort, safe. No, you don't get it. I'm bacteria, microscopic, gram-negative. I'm a category of illness. How do you refer to a category? She tilts her head in confusion. How do you say king, or friend, or species? She doesn't comprehend any of these words. How do you say addict? I think for a moment. A way to represent categories using pictures and emotions, and without symbols. Is it even possible? So the word addict literally doesn't exist. It's unfathomable in your way of thinking. You stay silent. I feel like you can communicate to her by telling a story, basically. They just show somebody indulging and then suffering and then indulging anyway, essentially.
Yeah, in a loop.
Yep. She notices that I don't have my torch with me, so she hands me hers and takes out another one. You sure got lots of these. I hold mine tight and it glows. Then...
Ooh.
She pulls me into a hug, carefully avoiding the cuts on my arm. Her body is warm. My eyes feel heavy. I drift into a deep, feathery sleep. I dream of birds and bats and swirling colors and sand, and what cannot be painted stays silent.